Hello. uh, well, good morning. Fancy seeing you here. Um, so I streamed like an hour ago. Uh, um, however, guy came to fix my air conditioner. So I had to stop. He's gone now. Thank you, thank you. The air conditioner's still broken, it's fucked. But we're back. I can continue Higurashi. Alright. So while we were gone, I went back over the last stream. I took some notes. Can you hear me? It's my notebook. I took some notes about what happened in the previous, I guess previous stream. So the start of chapter 2. So I will quickly go through it. This is a refresher for all of us. So it started Sunday morning. We went to a toy store in Okinomiya with Rena and Mion. It's a large group tournament. All the losers in the club have a penalty each from the winner. Yeah, I'm thinking, I wanna, cause I get so off topic, I'm so sorry. With each stream, like ideally my streams are going to be pretty close together, so it's still going to be fresh in my mind. I try to kind of recap what happened last stream, so I'm going to keep trying to do that. Once we get to the point where, because I've mentioned this before, I've played through the first 2 chapters of this game before, previously. It was probably about a year ago. Once we get to chapter 3, I am gonna, I think, start taking notes directly after my stream about what happened in the stream so that I can refer back to them. I do have notes from when I played through these first few chapters previously that I can rely on. But yeah, since it's been a little while since we started this chapter, it's not super fresh in my brain. But anyways, so back to the notes. So yeah, penalty from the winner. Keiichi made a deal with Tomita and Okamura. This is so important, by the way. Tomita likes Satoko, Okamura likes Rika. If they let Keiichi win, he'll make them dress up and shit. The 5 club members win their like respective like rounds, and then Mion is gonna decide the like final competition between the club members. Later, Mion had to leave for a part-time job. The uncle needs help at his store. Rika suggests we have the contest at the Watanagashi. I think that Keiichi doesn't know what the Watanagashi is at this point, which is it's the festival that happens in Hinamizawa. It's the cotton drifting festival or something like that. The guy who runs the toy store, also Mion's other uncle, gives us all dolls or toys except for Mion. Keiichi gives his to Rena and Mion looks sad. And Mion says the legendary line, "Sometimes I wonder why I wasn't born a boy." That's my transgender being the 4 of us minus Mion ride home on a bike. I decided to take a note of this. There's an offhanded comment about teachers looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Mion has it and forgot to return it. She also has pockets in her skirt, which is pretty awesome. Mion helps her uncles out when employees are on vacations. Mion's many relatives in Okinomiya run shops, and she like helps out at the shops from time to time. And then there's another club activity, which is they play sympathy, and the penalty is schlepping. That was a real amusing word. And wearing a maid outfit, and I believe Keiichi is lost. Oh yeah, dresses with pockets are fucking awesome. I have one dress that like actually fits me that I got recently. It has pockets. It's awesome. It's the best. I love pockets. Shout out to pockets. And now we're here. So Keiichi is dressed up as a maid, and I believe he's carrying their bags home. Hence the wonders of cross-dressing. Let's continue. How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awakened to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? This is great. Be honest now. It's alright. You won't laugh. Ah, you jerk. I'm gonna murder you. See, don't say things like that because it's ominous, because he's gonna murder them. You're gonna murder them, Keiichi. Like, it's just foreshadowing, man. Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Ah, it's so jolly. Everything's so fine. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. We won't laugh is currently laughing, yeah. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put everything on from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion, what do you mean, knowing this will come in handy one day? You never know. How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? You never know. Who can say? What if, like, you're being held at gunpoint and this guy is like, quick, put on a garter belt or I will kill you. You know? Your life might have been saved, Keiichi. You should be thanking her. I'm just saying. I don't know how to put on a garter belt. Shh. Kei-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as rehearsal for a play.
She's right. If you cause a scene here, they'll find out that you're wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables.
Listen, we just gotta stay strong and get through this, and then we get to the murdering. Whoa. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, Kei-chan, you have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Whoa, what kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? You kind of man, Keiichi. How does it feel wearing a maid's hairband? Really finishes off the look. The hairband is the best part of a maid outfit after all. Well, what do you mean finishes off the look, dumbass? Stop teasing me.
Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Cute.
That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? So how does it feel wearing one yourself? Can we keep going? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it. Don't flip it up. That isn't it. Can you stop? I say as I read it out. Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? Stop. Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. How? Internal howling. You're turning red, you're turning red. You finally realized it? That's right. This is just uncomfortable. Stop it, Mion. Really, why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? Can we... If you ever wanted to hold a maid close to you, Kei-chan, you've currently become one with that maid, don't you see? It's a distance far closer than mere touch can ever achieve. There. Can't you hear that pulse, that breath?
That's how.
On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Rena's nose. Oh no! She's like a magician with like she pulls like endless like cloth out of her nose, except it's all red. And it's actually blood. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight long hair you like so much. Kei-chan, I've made you into your ideal woman, and now you're gonna walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all the men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? Mion, you're enjoying this too much. Yeah, let's just keep moving. This is not the time. Crash thud. I realized that Rena was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek.
Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm gonna take you home.
Digging through Rena's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satoko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Rena's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Rena down from her frenzy. Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. You'll rue this day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to a public shaming. Yeah! Friendly, you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes, and looking in as good as a mood as I've ever seen her, left. What sentence? Okay now. Now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home.
By the way, Rina isn't as good as me-chan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I might be able to follow up for you, okay?
Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. Why do people just have maid uniforms in anime? Yeah, I think that there was some comment about, like, I mean, Mion's got like a bunch of uncles that run stores. I think that one of them runs like a uniform shop, like sells old clothes and shit, so I think she probably got it from there. The thing is, normally it's like, that's a really weird thing, but because it's Mion, it's like, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, she would have, like, maid outfits stored in her locker, and, like, you know, she'd have different sizes for everyone in the club. I'm pretty sure I was running the 100 meter in about 6 seconds there.
Well then, Keiichi-kun, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiichi, so you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around. Oh, Keiichi. Dad. You see, you know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. Just so happened I lost today. Dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad, let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rue this day. His artistic flame raging like wildfire, my dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you're in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. And that's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. Keiichi, we'll take the car, so hurry up. Can his dad, like, not cook? Like, come on, dude. Like, he'll just be like, okay, we're just, like, gonna put some rice in the rice cooker and, like, fry up some veggies. Like, eat up. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So where are we gonna eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank at 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maebara, am genuinely intrigued. I'm getting used to speaking and reading again. The headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. In this particular location, I think that's like where, in the last, like, chapter game, Tomitake found. It's just like stuff, and it's like slightly eerie, like considering what happened last time. And we still don't know why this is happening. Like, why are we going through the story again? Like, you know? Anyways. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station. That great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. Had the air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You never been inside, Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Okinomiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stop the car in the restaurant's parking lot. Seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well, that's fine. Chiba, Saitama. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. You're just talking about the taste. It seems like normal family restaurant fare. Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See, isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. Hey, we're a family. Hey, the family restaurant is wherever you go with your family. That's my wise words, thank you for listening. And yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. Oh my god, it's so bad! Oh god. I gotta stay strong. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. Why is the quick save flash when I press enter? There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, it's... my apologies, I'll bring it right away. If I hadn't played this chapter already, my reaction would be a lot stronger. Let me see if I can get my my notes real quick, actually, from when I first played. Because at this point I'm just like, fucking like, suck it up, we gotta get through this. Food. In my notes, I've just got in all caps, what the fuck? Mion? Alright. Alright. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered. Dad, could it be this restaurant is... aren't they great? The waitress's uniforms here, I mean. Bam. What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi, I've never come here with impure intentions. That bell and attirant and eccentric clothing. Quel effet? Is that French? I'm not even... It is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation. Haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand? So I come here with my son. That's less embarrassing. That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi. You know, that's sweet. He's like, oh, my son. My son is dressing up as a maid. I'm gonna share my hobbies with him, and we're gonna go to this weird restaurant where they dress up. You know? This is just like wholesome father-son bonding. Yup. Ah, I need to take a leak. My head's in my hands. I gotta stay strong. This is like the worst it can get, right? Like, it's not gonna get worse than this, right? Like, you know, this is just like a test, like, to see if you're truly dedicated to get to the good bits. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe this weirdness won't be genetic. Oh, Keiichi. Oh, Keiichi Maebara. It is. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously, just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, what incredible uniforms these are! They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit all in a perfect ratio, most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things, that is, I didn't know where I should look. Has he not even been like, Mion Sonozaki from Higurashi when they cry? Wearing something like that walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. Hau, my nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Mion. Is that you? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion! Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out at my uncle's store. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Oh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instincts tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself have been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a god. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. Confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Don't say that! Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that. I'm doing this because I like to. This is just uncomfortable. Is this alright, Keiichi Maebara? No. Aren't you taking this a little too far? Yes. Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, logic. To pay back me on tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. What? Please stop! You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. How? I want to take you home. No, not that. Entering a version of Reina's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation. I mean, revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you the rest for today. How? Seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good. I never knew. To think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's wrong. It's such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Rena and the others. Rena will definitely flip out with joy. You think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. You'd never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong. While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean, that's wrong? I'm not Mion. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier, but my name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my oldest sister. My parents really couldn't think of a better name. They're just like, Mion, Shion. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion Sonozaki. Yes, I'm often mistaken for my sister. But when we met, you had the same kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. That's because my sister was always talking about you, so I knew who you were. Bit of a cringeworthy excuse, that is. I would cringe, Shion Sonozaki, if that's even your real name. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had been a leader, had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh no, as long as you understand. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see? Well, now, she's self-aware of that fact now, is she? As I unintentionally laughed out loud, Shion, laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? Doesn't seem like you're used to it. Actually, today is, Kei-chan is my first customer. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. I think that blatant quirk was so cute I couldn't stop laughing. So, you said you've worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought that you would have been more used to it. Oh, I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see, makes sense. Anybody would be tentative, doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at this store? Oh, my sister is, you see, she's not good with these cutesy things. I know what she's trying to say. That's right, Mion is more suited for cool things. Though I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Mion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. That uniform would never suit somebody like Mion. But for Shion, I think it works. You mean that, Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. What does that mean, exactly? At least for this moment, it felt like this Shion character actually existed. Higurashi is real! Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. In that moment, we realized the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room. Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. Oh, okay. Mion finally returned to her senses. It seems as if it was time for her to take her break. Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous Kei-chan. Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. That thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? The devilish laugh and smile, it was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered. Bleh. More importantly, I'm gonna complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me. Neon laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. I feel like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right. For now I know about the high and mighty Mion. For now I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say she has a twin sister. I thought that maybe I should ask Rana tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met today here was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. That's very nice of you, Keiichi. Not that we actually made a promise or anything. That little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Mion! Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. Probably came up with a new idea for an art piece while he was sitting on the can. Keiichi, you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi? Oh, so you were watching from the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. We're getting, like, some more personality from his parents, which is interesting. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to one in town. I've never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school? Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister, something like that. Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Nice that he's I shouldn't clear my throat like that. It's nice that he is gonna keep a secret. Does Shion really exist? An introduction to Angel Mort. Alright, let's save. I'm gonna go fill up my water. Let me put tea time. I will return in like a minute. I return. It's me, Waz, and I returned. I got some water. Gotta stay hydrated. I got, like, some advice from the ENT that I went to, like, about, you know, taking care of my voice. It's very important to stay hydrated. Also not very good to clear your throat. I generally do try not to clear my throat, but I've been doing it more recently, from being sick. So I gotta stop doing that again. Because it's actually really bad for your vocal cords. This is interesting. I've got a cat hair in my mouth. Yeah. The reality of living with 3 cats. And you know, I'm being a tiger. I'm a tiger, I can't forget that. I'm just a little tangerine tiger. Okay, let's look at these tips. Seeing the different sprites is always so strange to me. Okay, is there really a Shion? Huh? Mion-san's family? Yeah, more broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed, and my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it.
I wonder. She might not.
She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Sadako never gone over to Mion's house to play? From your reaction, I guess you never met any.
Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother.
As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory.
Rika would know more than I. You would do well to ask her.
What do we think, wise fans? We think Shion is real? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I think. Yeah, I wonder what I was thinking at this time. Let's see. I don't want to update Firefox. I didn't wanna. No. Okay, I didn't actually say what I thought at that point. Like, I didn't take notes of what I thought, I was just taking notes of what was happening. Okay. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight.
Wow, she's a cat. Meow. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family?
Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden request.
Mi has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them.
Not many, huh? For example, there's someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but...
You mean Shion exists?
Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real.
Their names are quite similar, you know. I could get tongue-tied trying to say tongue-tied, trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mi's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times.
You've met her before. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much.
I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago.
Interesting. Interesting. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okinomiya.
She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all.
Wonder why. Didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Was there something between them?
It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances.
For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it.
Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister?
Mion, crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. She's so shy. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me.
Oh my, I had no idea. What kind of person might she be?
I'm gonna be so real, Sadako's voice is so fun to do.
I would very much like to meet her sometime.
No, you shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. Another Mion, under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. When you think about it, aren't we all Mion Sonozaki? I'm Weon. Oh no. An introduction to Angel Mod. Let's go, this is important information. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide April issue. Complete Conquest Analysis Family Restaurant Chapter. What? Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mord, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of Mie Prefecture. Los Boyki, what's up? Good to see ya! Hope you're doing well. Why exactly did the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. What the fuck? Hi! What is this? It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. That's so good to hear. Yay! I'm also doing pretty great actually. Everything's yay! Everything's yay! If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a B place or something. I'm so confused. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweat. Not sweet sweat. That's lovely. I love this. This is great. This is fine. Wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War photography hunter. Away. Went full Aussie on you today? What does that mean? Smoking areas are the real super... What the fuck is happening? These smoking areas are the real superpositions? Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu, yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the quarter box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. Put in the driveway inside of my car after my workout at like 5:30 a.m. That's early. God, that's early. As expected of Ryu, the hunter. I'm gonna throw something out there. I wonder if Ryu is like Ryukishi 7. Or you know, Reno Ryu. Who can say? He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, we used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. How is this relevant? Why are you telling me this? Game? Genshin was on and so my music was my music and I have a massive subwoofer for my car so you can hear my music, and I left my car running and it's a very loud car. Oh man. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But as if cursed by that asterisk from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering success— oh. Are they trying to, like, take photos? Like upskirt photos? Is that what this is? Or do I just have a sick mind? I'm sorry. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 PM, he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 PM, a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he has been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. Ryu, my aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. Perhaps the hidden camera in a bag trick is already old hat. Okay, I was right. That's great. That's really cool. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. Most surprisingly though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. Oh, that's lovely. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. Apostrophe that thing the day before. This is so I do not need to know this. The day before, our hunter took on the Shrine Maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in a booth, and waited on by the head priest. The guy stepped out of my car and closed the door. She sticks her head out of her bedroom and goes, "Always shut the fuck up, mate. Your kids and your wife and kids are trying to sleep your bogan." That's so good. Despite waiting half a day, the much anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder from a hunter. Now oh my god, when does this end? When does this end? Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too can become a war photographer today. I thought it couldn't get worse. But this game continues to surprise me. I am enjoying this. I wouldn't be playing this if I wasn't enjoying it. But my god, it makes it hard to enjoy sometimes. As soon as I got at the house, she acted like nothing happened and we started making breakfast. She was just like temporarily possessed by like the true Aussie spirit. Alright, let's go for a little longer. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. Lazy, yeah, wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. In a magpie for a second. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each one of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Alright everybody, it may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever.
It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge.
As long as you're not failing your grade in home ec, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teachers are tyrant when it comes to curry.
What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so.
Yeah, it's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. And this is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored.
That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird nutritionally speaking, and... uh-oh. Thunk thunk thunk! Embedded into the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle, and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Kei-chan, shh! Say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes! Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright?
I don't think it's gonna be that easy today. And look, Mi-chan is...
It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. Looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest! I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone.
How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it?
As if saying, but wait, there's more, the teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people at the forestry service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the forestry service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Even the principal? Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been piqued. And so that's what's happening. This isn't gonna be just some casual curry cook-off.
Reina's good at making curry. I'm not gonna lose today. My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika.
That's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking.
My curry is so tasty, it'll send shivers down your spine.
What about Mion? It doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing, but Mion continued to look unconcerned.
I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking, am I right?
I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start! The call to arms had sounded. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom, and fill with water to just above the wrist.
Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad.
You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff. And I don't take off the lid no matter what.
Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp?
My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody's good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry.
Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all.
You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too?
Maybe Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Heap. The ends justify the means. I just have to win.
That was a pretty malicious comment for Reina. And Satoko took it hook, line, and sinker. Reina could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around. Well now, should we move on to the curry? For now, the battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Gulp.
What will today's curry taste like?
As Reina hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of long days past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced. I seriously don't stand a chance. She's got that practice from dissecting humans. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills was something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peels spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki. I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife.
It's a snake. Roar.
Saying that, she placed the longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But roar? Do snakes make that sound? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way! This can't be! You've got to be kidding me! This is a trick, she's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire! Here, take the look-see. As if she'd already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin.
You didn't know, Keiichi? He was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking, from sewing to flower arrangement, to playing the koto, from marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do.
Can she? Can she really? Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie.
Actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though.
Damn it! I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food.
Keiichi, Boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking.
Put down before I could even say it.
Oh, ho, ho. Too bad for you. Today Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone.
Clank. Enough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself.
Rika. There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you.
Don't say that, that's ominous. God, this does not look good. Everybody's smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Mayabara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well. Not about how to win this challenge. Too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind.
Okay, Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife.
Let's see what Kei-chan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lob my fingers right off. Then there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. They'd been paired with 2 girls for that group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rena, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm gonna lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Mayabara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. In other words, depending on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them are hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. What's the offer? What is it? Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. That's just disgusting, dude. Splooge. A red mist sputtered vigorously from the noses of the 2 underclassmen.
Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes.
Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph.
Wow, amazing, amazing! Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good.
That's not quite right. What Kei-chan is bad isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all! Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, and then add the vegetables in order of which takes the longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping, but just cooking in order probably won't garner a lot of points. Looking over at Rena, she had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with her mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Rena. She's way out of my league.
When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Rena's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. I
beg of you, will you please help just a little with my curry?
No. This is one of our club activities. Rena won't lose.
Oh, when she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Oh, the misery. Every single person is my enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. Oh, she's like pro at this. I want to make like Japanese style curry one day. I've never actually made curry myself. My dad's made like Indian style curry before. I love Indian curry. It's really good. Man, I need to get into cooking more things. I tend to, like, my go-to is like, okay, I'm gonna like cook some rice and then stir fry some veggies, or like I'm gonna cook some noodles and stir fry some veggies. Otherwise, like if I don't feel like doing that, I'll just kind of like look in the fridge, look in the pantry, look in the fridge, look in the pantry, and then just kind of give up. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking oh yeah, I already read that. How about Mion? What, Mion, you? What the heck is that? Where did you get that meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Did she? Okay, actually no, maybe infection. Did she like carry that meat in her school bag, like unrefrigerated? Like, Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house. Objection! Gia-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. Ugh, a normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Just as the rumors said, she's a through-and-through curry freak. Rena and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come oh my goodness, I've come with thorough preparations. And, Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Don't give up, Keiichi Mayabata, you can do this! Mayabata-san, over here. Turning around, I saw the voices calling me. Belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made at the very least is better than what you could make. Guys, me? Little old me? Don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. Seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt, but I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Mayabata-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day 3 times, these guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone! Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Ren even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. She's like, what the fuck is this? This is rubbish. What are you doing? Kei-chan, you're pretty good. It looked like this would be a good match right to the bitter end.
And I want to see Keiichi-kun's curry. Curry!
And it's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome.
Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants.
What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot, because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Unlike someone. Hey Rika-chan, how's yours doing?
It's Mr. Curry.
Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Thank you, narration. Throwing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier! Beam reflect! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Phew.
Whoa! Mayabata super electromagnetic barrier and retaliatory beam!
Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon.
Rika-chan and I scratched the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. Hey, Rika-chan. You called me here for a reason, right?
Yes, I called you, but I've already fulfilled my purpose.
At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose? They got me! Headed back to my pot, standing there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head.
What do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to the lady's head.
Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in with my car?
How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far, despite what you may think. I'm a fair person, you know.
Then what's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates, leaving them on all these unstable positions? If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank, thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World Record challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Kei-chan! The frying pan! Didn't even have time to react. Chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then frying pan. Next after that was my pot. Crash. The fry pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. Stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful, elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality.
Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? Oh.
At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Rena, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream.
Why? Rena's curry is salty. Salty!
Was Rena also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty. I've been had.
Oh, with this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. Kawaiso, kawaiso. So very, very sad.
Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. See, I like this stuff. I like when the game does this. It's really fun. And I get so wrapped up in it that it's like, oh, this is just like a fun, cute, like, slice of life. Like, these idiots are, like, fooling around. And then it's like, oh wait, no, this is a, like, murder mystery, psychological horror. Like, unspeakable things are gonna happen. But it's fine, we're having fun. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. Keiichi's is like filled with rocks and dirt. Like, it's just some different seasoning. I brought it from home. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. Aww, poor Rena. But at least she was still able to serve hers. With Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion, praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, looks quite appetizing. Principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Rena's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened to Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Might have had a bag of salt by accident.
The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Aw, that's nice. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense.
Well then, we save our curry next.
I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into that curry. Let's see here. Simple but very nicely done. There's also the incident with Rena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad, but I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry, but I guess each to their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak.
That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots.
I don't like this face, it's really ominous. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face.
Kyoji, there's seconds if you want them.
Sob, Mommy. This is like a 9-year-old child. While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. Such power. Rika is a beast. She is an all-knowing beast. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous.
Oh, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry.
Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Oh! All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry! Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself could only gasp in admiration. Man, I want curry! Hamburg steak with a demi-glace sauce and a fresh salad. Salad with curry? Is that a thing? Wait, Hamburg steak? That's not curry! It's a set! It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made. Such improvisation skills, Mion.
Amazing, amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing!
Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Hey! This was a curry contest, alright? That's not curry. Of course the hamburger was hand-kneaded. Salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime. Truly a taste of savor, Sonozaki-san. Is Hamburg steak like with like curry on it? I don't actually. Okay. So I guess maybe like the sauce is like, I don't know. I'm just a little guy. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm related, but it's not. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Is it like curry? I'm not familiar enough with Japanese cuisine. I'm sorry, I'm a failure. Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face.
I admit defeat.
Aww.
There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice.
That's right. Sadako had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why! She stole my rice? At some point my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry! Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. Well there, Kei-chan, you're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. So I guess she also had like Hamburg steak and salad and curry. With rice. I couldn't even properly voice my shame.
Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little.
It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? Loads me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. But for Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, does that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot. I don't even have any rice left. Oh, the blazes, am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Tomita and Okamura, help! Mahabara-san. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it. Even though my proteges have tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. Oh, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Maebara. Think! Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. I had an idea. I didn't think I could turn the tables. It was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. I need to piss. P-Brick will return in a moment. And we'll continue this curry fight. And then once the curry fight is gone, that'll probably be it for the stream. Okay, I shall return. It's return of Waz. Waz is back. Can you believe it? I can't. Okay, let's go. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh? How's Kei-chan gonna flounder about at the end? Why didn't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know. Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. But I don't really care. It's salty after all.
Okay if Rena helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now.
And you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Rena, go make some tea.
He doesn't trust me.
I trust you, Rena. Next, Satoko. Also, Rika-chan, I challenge you to a side bet.
What did you say? I'll listen to your request.
This is my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat!
You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that.
No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback, right?
That may be true, but... I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay! She's so cute!
The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. And by the way, what happened to Maebara-kun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry and it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking! My barakun, that's... onigiri, huh? Ah! Very smart. The judges smiled wryly at this simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of this. There, look! There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true. The amount of salt might be a little much, but... Rena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Mayabata-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. Seems like Kate-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult.
Yeah, that's right. Ren understands that now too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much? See, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry.
Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. Those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. Praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm not sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underling singing that, with a small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough? Don't give up, Kate-chan. Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. You think that curry and onigiri are really that different? You're sorely mistaken. Man, my stomach's rumbling. Huh? My barakun, what are you saying? How are they the same? The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. Let him cook. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, Mayabata-kun, but what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture! It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me! Good job, Keiichi Maebara!
Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teachers are only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Miss, Keiichi-kun did his best. Would you please acknowledge that?
Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Neon, stifling her laughter, stepped forward. There's a story about how when a Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, the people at the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients imported from France, but the chef didn't even give them a second glance.
I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland.
The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules, it's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same. Mion was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. Mayabata-kun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But, as Mayabara-kun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of the form. Then, for spilling your pot, minus 20 points, but just for today. Not giving up, doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Mayabara-san, we did it! Yeah! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score! We did it, we did it! The curry was spilt and our rice was taken, but we made a comeback. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Rena had a perfect score. Oh, poor Rena. Oh, okay. Since this contest was outside of the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Rena breathed a sigh of relief. I was like, man, why is Rena like sacrificing herself? But if there's no penalty game, then... Now then... Oh, nope. Satoko was on screen and I'm like, okay, it's Satoko time. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry.
But that means we won't have any lunch. Wah.
Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. Is what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half.
Thank you, Keiichi.
My two protégés peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. We did it, Mayabara-san. This is all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. But, huh? No trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. Could it be that you also ate my share? Principal simply laughed without answering. He's dodging the question. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears and my stomach rumbling, I was called over by the teacher. Mayabara-kun, because of the circumstances I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Huh? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-coloured. I mean, yeah, that's curry-coloured. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is the world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I will absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka and Kapilavastu for the birth of the Kakya at the International Food Expo Michelin Twirly Twirly. Even the Eiffel Tower was pickled in simmering curry turmeric, whether you were asleep or awake. Curry, curry, curry.
Hey, Keiichi-san, what are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up is part of cooking too. Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why?
Curry, curry, curry. Yikes. She got him, huh? It's okay, you'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably. Wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. Yay! Alright. Well, even if that isn't the end of this chapter, that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for coming along. And I will hopefully be streaming like tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, I'm glad I got to stream again after my world record breaking 12-minute stream. Yeah, I hope you all have a very wonderful day or night. And I'll see you in the next stream. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.